How many of these have I done?
Yeah.
Thousands. We cook them every night, over and over again, which means we cut chickens every day. My name is Aaron Crowder. I'm the chef of Cervo's in New York City, and we're gonna make Piri Piri chicken. The first thing we're gonna do is break down the chicken. I remove any extraneous fat, so I don't have to deal with it later. I take the wings off because we cook it on cast iron and it just won't cook very evenly if we have it. Remove one side at a time by making an incision down the center. I'm just gonna turn the chicken as I need to. I've removed the breast and I'm just gonna fold it over so I can really easily get to the oyster, which is back here. People say it's the best part. And then cut down. Remove the bones. It's gonna flatten the meat out and it's gonna make it one even piece. It's gonna cook really, really evenly. I'm going to stick my finger underneath the bone and my knife out and cut out. Doing the same thing on the other side. Stick my finger through, cut out. Find the first cartilage and make a little incision and do the same on this side. If you're not comfortable taking the bone out, you can absolutely ask your butcher to do it. Just ask for a half chicken, fully deboned, except for the wing. I'm sure they could do that for you very easily. Bones for chicken stock, and then you have a deboned chicken breast and thigh and leg. So now we're gonna make the paste, which is the base of the Piri Piri sauce. We have really amazing tomato paste, some dried coriander that we're gonna smash up in here, a mix of paprikas, sweet, hot, and smoked. Piri Piri chili. It's an African chili. It's a really, really spicy chili and a little smoky. I'm gonna put about 10 of them in here. If you can't find Piri Piri chili, you can use any sort of spicy chili. Fermented Piri Piri chilies, pickled Piri Piri chili. So we have all these things in here. We're just gonna mix it up, smash it up. If you don't smash through those coriander seeds, it's totally fine. They're gonna soften when we cook them in the chicken stock later. I like it because you also have little explosions of coriander when you eat it if they're not totally broken down. Piri Piri chili. If you ask Portuguese people where it's from, they say it's from Portugal, but we all know that's not true. It's an African chili. The smell coming from this right now is pretty strong. It may make you sneeze. It's spicy, but it's also really sweet. And the sweetness is coming from the tomato paste, but also sweetness coming from this chili oil that gets really sweet when it caramelizes in that oil. So we have a paste right here. So now we're gonna season the chicken. First thing I'm gonna put on is salt, the paprika. I'm gonna put a little lemon zest on there, olive oil, and then flip. We're gonna season just the skin side with salt. Now that we've made the paste, we're going to build the sauce. Start to get some onions diced. Yeah, the sharper your knife, the less tears you'll have. I'm gonna just make some really fast, simple cuts against the grain. This dice doesn't need to be perfect because we're gonna sweat it. And then we're gonna go the opposite way. I like to just microplane some garlic into here. Olive oil. I'm gonna start to cook this until it toasts. Takes a little bit of time. Okay, so I'm gonna add onions and I'm gonna turn down the heat, probably a little less than half strength. We have this neighbor of ours who is some sort of fashion designer. Within the first couple of months of us being open, she came one day. She's like, "Hi, I live my studio is next door, and I don't know what to do, but I can't handle the smell of your restaurant." She basically said that it smells so much like onions and garlic that all of her clothes smell like it.
Oh man.
She was disturbed by it. She was like, none of the other restaurants smell like this, and
What do you do?
we cook a lot. So the chili paste that we made earlier is gonna go in the pan. And as soon as it does, we wanna start to break it up. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. Once we make this sauce, it's gonna sit on top. It's pretty rustic, and we want there to be dirty red oil on top. gonna taste it. Yeah, that's spicy. Last thing. Oof. Sheesh. Lemon peels and bay leaf, and then we're gonna deglaze this with wine. So we've cooked the wine out, and then we're just gonna add chicken stock. Once we have our sauce going, we're gonna reduce it probably by half. So that takes a little bit of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes. So we're just going to put it to the side and then work on roasting our chicken. We're gonna let the oil get hot to where it starts to smoke. I'm gonna make sure that the skin of this chicken is covering completely all of the flesh. And once you do, you're gonna lay down the chicken into the hot pan carefully and turn it down as soon as you can. We're gonna cook this on the skin side for close to 20 minutes. I like to put a little bit of weight on the chicken. The easiest thing was another pan or 2 pans. You're gonna flatten the skin out a little bit. You're also gonna press it. It's gonna get really even. And you're also actually heating up that top pan after a little bit, and it's gonna cook from the other side as well. We're gonna make aioli for the French fries and for the chicken. The first thing we're gonna do is crack the eggs, separating the egg white from the egg yolk. For this amount, we're gonna do 2 yolks. Lemon juice. We're gonna add salt and 1 clove of garlic, and we're gonna mix this up. And we're gonna really slowly incorporate 1-to-1 ratio canola oil and olive oil. So first canola oil, we go olive oil now. I just want to go until it's thick enough for me to pick it up and it not drip, because I want to get as much on the fry as I possibly can, because I love mayonnaise.
Favorite store-bought mayonnaise?
Duke's. I'm definitely allegiant to it because of being from the South. I couldn't even tell you what the taste difference is. And then we can adjust with salt and lemon if we need. Nailed it. Our sauces are reduced. It's gotten pretty thick. The last ingredient that's gonna go in there is sherry vinegar. Next move is we're gonna check on our chicken. Take the weights off. And we have a chicken which is cooked probably like 90% through, all on that skin side. I can just feel it and know that it's pretty cooked. Turning off my heat. And really quickly, I'm just going to flip it. I'm not gonna cook it on the other side at all. It's pretty much cooked. I always finish it with a little fresh olive oil and then a big squeeze of lemon. And all of this juice that's in this pan is also gonna go on our plate. You're just gonna let it sit in this pan, no heat, for 6-7 minutes before serving. We don't want it to be extremely hot. We wanna be able to really eat it at this point. We've cooked this really slowly and the skin has gotten crispy. And then we've squeezed lemon onto it, which is kind of counterintuitive to some people. I'm not really so concerned that it's crispy. I think the flavor that comes from that once crispy chicken is also really, really tasty. It's like a chicken wing that's been fried and then covered in sauce. At the restaurant, we call it wet fry. We're just gonna plate it up. So we have the half chicken still warm. We have all of these leftover resting drippings. Next, we have our Piri Piri sauce. We have fries, big pile here. We have our aioli that we made. We're gonna finish it with a little fresh olive oil, just on the chicken, and then a little bit more Piri Piri. It's nicely cooked. You can taste the sherry vinegar, lots of olive oil on it. Piri Piri chicken with French fries from Cervo's in New York City. For the recipe, click the link in the description below.